I'm David Kessler. I'm from Highland Park, Illinois, and I've been here since 2014. So I'm president of Sammy's. We're a classic fraternity, but we're also a Jewish fraternity. So what that means is we encompass all the values that any fraternity would, philanthropy, social life, grades. But at the same time, we like to keep in contact with the Jewish community and stay true to our identities and our Jewish identities specifically. And that's what makes us special. The rabbi does so much for this house that I can't even put it into words. And not all of it can be quantified. What's great about Chabad is that they have the philosophy that Jewish is Jewish, because kids here get caught up in, what's this, what's that, do I believe this, do I believe that? But Chabad is accepting of everyone. And that's what's special, is that we know that we have that resource whenever we need it. And just knowing that is so valuable to us, and it means so much to us. And me personally, I honestly would not be doing Jewish things if I wasn't in contact with Chabad and if we didn't have this relationship. And I'm so glad that I am, because it's an important part of my identity and it's not something that I'd want to lose. A few times a semester, the rabbi comes to the house for what we call Frat Torah. And it's a ton of fun. What it is we'll eat wings together and have an awesome conversation just in a relaxed setting. We usually go in our chapter room, and however many guys want to come can come. And it's basically just an open discussion section where we can talk about whatever we want, ask whatever questions we want to the rabbi. And it's great because he's an adult that we all respect, and we respect his opinions, and we can ask him anything that we might not feel comfortable asking other adults. And he's able to put it in a Jewish perspective, but he's also able to put it in a college kid's perspective. And it's just a great discussion. There's a lot of learning, a lot of fun. I've never seen anyone walk out without a smile on their face. So at a fraternity, you'll find stuff like all the guys eating dinner together or chilling upstairs in the same room together. It is a brotherhood. And what that means is we're all really close friends and we call each other brothers. And so we're living our lives together, living in the same house. So we don't let just anyone in the house, but the rabbi is not just anyone. Whenever anyone sees him, no matter what time of day it is, whether it be during dinner, for menorah lighting, that's what we did for Hanukkah, or if he comes at night during one of our parties, whatever reason it may be for, no one ever has a problem with it, because we know that he's someone we want in our house, and he just brings great things to the house no matter what the situation is. And it's something you won't find at any other fraternity, any other non-Jewish fraternity, I should say. So there's 5 Jewish houses that will regularly meet with the rabbi, the presidents do, so myself and the other presidents. And we talk about how we can all work together to help each other and to help keep our stance in this community and to make a difference in the community. So some of the ways we do that is with philanthropy. We're working on a philanthropy event between all the Jewish houses, which, as far as I know, that hasn't happened before, or at least in recent years. So to have that relationship with the other Jewish houses facilitated by the rabbi is great, because we wouldn't be in contact with each other if it weren't for him. But with numbers comes strength, and the more people and the more houses that we can get fighting for the same cause, the more we can accomplish. And that's what's great about the Chabad, is that it brings us together, where usually we would have a rivalry. Instead it becomes a partnership, and that's when we can accomplish the most, is together. So recently we did a fundraiser for the Chabad. It was called the Matchathon. And what it was is a 48-hour event where for every dollar that someone donates to Chabad, it's matched by a donor group. So if I donate $1, it becomes $2. And the goal was 100,000. This was not just the Greek community, this was not just Chabad, this was everyone helping. But what was awesome about it was that usually, when the Greek houses would be competing against each other in things like social life and flag football, we were competing each other to see who could raise the most money. And to put the competition in a positive way like that, it did things that we didn't think were possible. We were able to raise over $110,000 for the Chabad in 48 hours, which is absolutely unbelievable. And it allows them to keep doing what they're doing, and allows them to keep expanding the relationships, not just with the Greek houses, but with the entire Jewish community, and the community as a whole, really, which is awesome. So Sammy's, although we are a Jewish house nationally and officially, we're not 100% Jewish by membership. We're actually about 70%. So one may ask, what do the non-Jewish kids think, and how do they feel about the rabbi coming here all the time? And the answer is they love it. So we just had Frat Torah yesterday, and there were a few non-Jewish kids in there talking with the rabbi. And even though they're not Jewish, they still value the perspective that they can gain, and they value the insight into a religion that isn't their own. And they can appreciate that, or else they wouldn't be in a Jewish house being non-Jewish. So Jewish life is one thing that the Chabad is great with, of course, because that's their official mission. But what often goes unspoken is what they do that's not related to the Jewish religion at all. And what that is providing someone, multiple people actually, who we can contact in case of any emergency, any situation. It's a support group, it's a father at school, it's everything that we would want in a responsible adult, that we would feel comfortable telling anything to. It's really special, actually. The rabbi gives his number to anyone who wants it. He makes it available to Jews, non-Jews, and he makes himself available as a resource to anyone in my house and any other house for that matter, when anything is going on. And what I mean by anything is it's a college campus. Stuff can happen. Of course, there's kids drinking alcohol irresponsibly, stuff of that matter. And if there's any question about what to do in a certain situation, how to handle the situation, we know that the rabbi and the Chabad are there to help us make that decision in a responsible manner. And that can't be put into words how valuable it is. Well, when I work with Chabad, it's unique because I'm working with people who aren't necessarily students at Illinois. I'm working with the Jewish community in the Champaign area, not just Illinois. And what that does for me personally is that when I go back to the house and I go back to all my brothers and I have to do paperwork, just the general things that a president would have to do, fire inspections, all that stuff, by having that experience of working with the Chabad on things like fundraisers, just one example, it helps me to be more comfortable when I'm talking to adults in a different setting. If that were to be a fireman who's doing a fire inspection or a police officer who got a noise complaint, whatever the situation may be, I feel more comfortable in it because of my experience with Chabad. And that has nothing to do with being Jewish. That's just them helping my personal skills. And they'll do that for anyone who comes there. And I can attest, from talking just with my friends who have been to Chabad, whether it be for Hanukkah, Shabbat, Purim, that what they've gained from there, they can apply to all aspects of life, and not just Jewish life, not just school. And I know that the lessons that I've learned from Chabad are lessons that I'll take with me for my entire life. And so do my brothers, which is why we always welcome the rabbi with open arms, because we know that he's always there to give us valuable lessons and valuable advice. And we really do take it to heart.